Hello students, let us start with third part of chapter 3. In unit 2 we have discussed that an electron in an atom is characterized by a set of 4 quantum numbers, and the principal quantum number defines the main energy level known as the shell. We have also studied about the filling of electrons into different subshells, also called orbitals, S, P, D and F in an atom. Now we are going to start with electronic configuration and type of elements. The elements in vertical column in the periodic table called group shows similar chemical properties. The similar properties are present as they have same type of electron distribution in the outermost shell. Electronic configuration of elements in a period means each period in the periodic table indicates value of principal quantum number for the outermost or the valence shell, and first period corresponds to filling up of electron in the first energy shell. The second period corresponds to filling up of electrons in the second energy cell, that is L shell, and same for the others also. Now start with division of elements into S, P, D and F block elements. On the screen our division into 4 blocks is visible. There is a periodic table. This periodic table on the skeletal, that is actually skeletal of periodic table. On the left hand side there is S block elements. S block element has general electronic configuration NS1 to 2, and P block elements are on the extreme right with general electronic configuration NS2 NP1 to 6, and middle portion is D block elements and they contain configuration N-1 D1 to 10 NS0 to 2. At the bottom there are a series of F block elements. F block elements is further divided into two series. One is for lanthanoids and other is for actinoids. It will be studied later in this chapter. Start with what are the general characteristics of S block elements. S block elements are soft metals with low melting boiling point. They have low ionization enthalpies and are highly electropositive. They lose the valence electron readily to give +1 and +2. +2 in some cases, that is in group 2, and +1 in case of group 1 element. They are very reactive metals. The metallic character and reactivity increases as we move down the group. The compounds of S block elements, with the exception of those of beryllium, they are ionic, means except beryllium rest are ionic. Most of the metals of this block impart particular color to the flame. They are strong reducing agents. All are good conductors of heat and electricity. Now P block elements. General electronic configuration of P block elements is NS2 NP1 to 6. And what are their properties? In fact, P block elements, it involve group number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. But in 18th group there is no helium. Helium is not counted in 18th group. And their characteristics is P block elements include both metals, non-metals, but the number of non-metal is much higher than that of metals. And elements of S and P blocks are collectively called representative or normal or main group elements. This is very important point. What? The elements of S and P block are collectively called representative or normal or main group elements. Second, their ionization enthalpies are relatively higher as compared to those of S block elements. They mostly form covalent compound. Some of them show more than one oxidation state in their compounds, and their oxidizing character increases from left to right in a period, and reducing character increases from top to bottom. Now what about the next block, D block elements? General electronic configuration of D block element is n-1 D 1 to 10 ns 0 to 2, and where n is 4, 5, 6, 7, means n vary from 4 to 7. Since the properties of these elements are midway between those of S block and P block elements, they are also called transition elements. And all these elements are further divided into 4 series: first, second, third and fourth transition series, and these series will be studied in detail in class 12th. Now, general characteristics of D block elements: they are hard, malleable and ductile with high melting and boiling points. They are good conductors of heat and electricity. Their ionization enthalpies are between S and P block elements. They show variable oxidation state. They form both ionic and covalent compounds, and their compounds are generally colored and paramagnetic. They form colored complexes. Now, most important point is now, most of the transition metals such as vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, etc., and their compounds are called catalysts. Most of the transition metals form alloys. All these points will be in much more detail in class 12th syllabus. Now, F block elements. General in outer shell electronic configuration of F block element is n-2 F 0 to 14, n-1 D 0 to 2, ns2, where n is 6 to 7. Pay attention on the term what are the various electronic configuration for the corresponding groups. And there are two series of F block elements containing each 14 elements. Therefore, in all, there are 28 F block elements in the periodic table. These are placed at the bottom of the periodic table. The elements of the first series from cerium to lutetium. Cerium is Ce, lutetium Lu, which forms a part of the sixth period, are called lanthanoids or lanthanides. Since all these elements form lanthanum, that's why they are named. The elements of the second series, they are from thorium to lawrencium. Thorium is Th, lawrencium is Lr, which forms a part of the incomplete seventh period, are collectively called actinides or actinoids. And since all these elements follow actinium, so they are named as. Now, starting the properties. They are heavy metals. They have generally high melting point, boiling point. They show variable oxidation states. Their compounds are generally colored. They have a high tendency to form complexes. Most of the elements of actinoid series are radioactive. Now, last topic of this part, metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals comprises 78% of all the known elements and appear on the left hand side of the periodic table. All S block, D block and F block elements are metals. And now what are the known metals? The number of known metal is very few, and they lie on the top right hand side of the periodic table. Some and trends in metallic and non-metallic character is followed. Now, what are the metalloids? Metalloids, the metallic character increases from top to bottom within a group, and non-metallic character increases from left to right along a period, shown by thick zigzag line in the long form of the periodic table. So, thank you. so much. So dear students, please try to grasp all the topics done and be and sure to make interest in the topics. Thank you.